Hey everybody, welcome to PDQ Live. Today we have a fantastic show lined up. It's an announcement show, nonetheless. And today we are joined by none other than Dan and Jaren. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's great to be here. Thanks for having us, everyone. My name is Dan Cook. If you don't know who I am, I'm the CEO here. Jaren, do you want to introduce yourself?
Jaren, so I focus on go-to-market, so president at PDQ.
We're thrilled to be here. Thanks for welcoming us to PDQ's live webcast. We're really excited to announce a big moment in PDQ's history. If you weren't already aware, PDQ has acquired ISL Online. ISL Online is what we believe the best in-market remote desktop solution out there. It's a fantastic product that we're thrilled to welcome to the PDQ suite of solutions. Some of you may know, if you've used PDQ Connect, that ISL's technology has been powering our remote desktop. It's now officially a part of the PDQ family. So we're really excited about this. We're going to get a chance here in a minute to meet Jure Pompey, who's the founder of ISL, and he can tell us more about the history of that business. We'll get a chance to demo the product today, but maybe Jaren, you can give us a little intel about why you're excited about it and how you think this is going to help our customers.
Yeah, I definitely say I'm excited. I think what's maybe more compelling is our customers have loved the product. So Dan mentioned you already see raving reviews on G2. It's the top kind of remote desktop. But we launched it in 2024 in Connect. And what was surprising to me, even though I'm kind of this eternal optimist, is it became our third most commonly used feature. Which in a lot of ways makes sense. If I'm going to deploy an application to somebody and then they need help configuring, what better way than jump on a remote desktop and really help them walk through those steps? So It's been pretty positive. I actually looked up the stats to make sure I get this right, but I looked up the stats from last month. So we had 35,000 hours on Connect of using remote desktop. So maybe that's not the best way to use 3 years of your life, but hopefully that saved them another 3 to 4 years as well. So pretty excited. Hopefully you who have used it before continue to find it very easy to use, very quick, and very helpful. But we're excited to team up with this team and really make that a stronger relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say, if you don't know this, our mission at PDQ is to make device management simple, secure, and pretty damn quick. And I think as we have evaluated other vendors, as we've talked to other companies, we were really thrilled because I think the ISL product line really maps to this mission. And so we're really hopeful and excited about the prospect of this helping each of you and the day-to-day jobs that you do. So again, thrilled about the announcement and really excited. I think today, and this is maybe the segue, we wanted to introduce you all to ISL. And so, as I mentioned, we're excited to be joined by Jure Pompey. He's the co-founder of ISL Online. And then we'll also have Luca who works with all of ISL's customers, and he's going to give us a demo. But Jure, Luca, welcome to the webcast. Welcome officially to PDQ for the X number of times. But just really excited to have you guys on the webcast today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And thank you, the team, for inviting us to this show. I must say that it's exciting, and it was also very fun to participate in a pre-show. So I think that was a highlight of this session, I guess.
That's the most kind thing anyone's ever said about the pre-show.
But you've now had the full PDQ experience, that's for sure.
Well, it was amusing for sure. So anyway, I would like to give you a quick presentation. I'll start with just a company introduction, let's say, and then I'll pass on the podium to Luca, who will make an actual demo. So the PDQ colleagues asked me to present a 20-year history of the company in 5 minutes. So I'll need to speak quite fast, I guess. So I have a few slides for you guys. So this is what we do: the most reliable enterprise remote desktop software. There is a quote here: blending European design, Japanese precision, and American ambition. So I'll elaborate on that a little bit more. First, geography lesson. So this is a map of European Union. It's set 27 states or countries joined in European Union. So I just wanted to give you a perspective where Slovenia is. So it's outlined in red, as you can see. So south of Germany, so near Italy, Croatia, Hungary. So from our office to Venice, it's a 2-hour drive by car, for example. Slovenia is the only country in the world which has the word love So this is quite interesting, I guess. And we are on the eastern side of the Alps region. This is Lake Bled. I think Dan will talk about Lake Bled. He really enjoys
it's a beautiful place.
This view, I guess. And we have so access to the Mediterranean Sea via Adriatic Sea. So yeah, whenever you're kindly welcome to visit the country someday. I can guarantee that you will feel love here. So, but let's go to the business. So what do we do? What we have been doing for the past 24 years. ISL Online powers everything related to remote. So initially we started with the remote support, created a software to enable technicians to connect to remote device and fix problems, so help end users. That's a remote support scenario. Then we have remote access. This is so providing operators the ability to access unattended remote devices. And then we have two other usage scenarios. One is remote work. This was particularly popular during COVID, as you can imagine. And fairly new is remote sales. We'll talk about that a bit some other time, I guess. So here is a snapshot. As mentioned before, we are headquartered in Slovenia. It's a very small country. It's difficult to find on the map. It only has 2 million inhabitants. But we have offices as well in Switzerland, Germany, and United Kingdom. So we sell this software. Yeah, we have been selling this for more than two decades. So we have customers all around the world. But most of our customers are based in European countries, Japan, where we have a leading market share, and US. So the company was established in 2001. So that's the same year as PDQ. We were just a few weeks. So we are a few weeks older, let's say. The business models are subscription and OEM. So OEM is something that you might have tried already, because we have. So this is what PDQ Connect has embedded. So we are actually embedding a remote desktop technology into some other platforms. That's how we got to know each other with PDQ some years ago. Deployment plans, we offer this software as a cloud solution that's used by a majority of our customers, but we also offer on-prem installations and something that's called MPC. This stands for Managed Private Cloud. This is particularly interesting for the enterprise market segment. So how do we go to market? Via so we sell direct and in online shop, but we also use a network of distributors and resellers who help us sell and support our products on local markets. So the team is fairly small, about 50 employees, with some additional workforce like students, interns, contractors, and so on. If you look at review portals, you'll find us near the number one position, sometimes depending on the market segment. For example, in the enterprise market segment, we are ranked number one in G2, Capterra, and some other portals. Go ahead and check that. Finally, the ownership. So we have been bootstrapping for 24 years. And so now I'm excited to tell you that we are now part of the PDQ. So the timeline, just a few words here, just a few important milestones. So ISL was founded in 2001, as mentioned, and this is abbreviation. It stands for Internet Services Layer. So this was initial year. Then we launched the online shop in 2003 and started selling this software globally. In 2005, we set up a global cloud infrastructure. So we were able to sell this software as a service. And then important milestone is 2007, when we entered the Japanese market. This has become our, let's say, biggest market in terms of revenues. And the first OEM deal was done in 2008, and the same year as the UK office was established. Then we opened the Swiss office in 2014. In 2016, we started selling this MPC. So this actually enabled us to approach the enterprise market segment. Then in 2021, we opened a German office in Heidelberg near Stuttgart. And 2024, this is an important milestone as well. Embedding ISL into PDQ Connect. So this is let's say a short history, let's say. These are just some of our competitors you may know. So ConnectWise, Splashtop, TeamViewer, AnyDesk. So these are our competitors. But we are, if you check the review portals, you'll find out that we are ranked. So we have the highest user satisfaction score in most of these portals. How do we deliver our software? We have this distributed network. As mentioned before, we started building this in 2005. So we have our own server nodes, about 100 nodes in different data centers across the world. And we have partnered with Cloudflare as well. Together with Cloudflare, we have about 400 nodes, which are relay points, basically, to establish sessions for cloud users. This is our lovely team. So the company was recognized 10 times for being one of the best companies to work for here in Slovenia. So we are quite proud of that, and I'm extremely proud of the team as well. So that was my really quick intro. And now I'll pass the podium to Luca, who will do a quick demo. Thank you.
Nice. Thanks, Jure. That's a great introduction. And while Luca's maybe preparing his demo, I had a chance to visit Slovenia. I will say this, an incredible country. I mean, absolutely beautiful. We flew into Venice, drove to Ljubljana, and then did spend some time at Lake Bled. If you have it in you to do it, you should do it. I guess you were out there. I mean, in the Bled cake, this was the standout, we think?
Bled cream cake, exceptional. Views, exceptional. And did you get to the caves? Because they have some caves that are like ginormous, right?
Yeah.
They're the biggest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, we did not make it to the caves. So we were too busy actually working, Jaren, when we were there.
Oh,
shots fired. Just kidding.
Yeah. I left the work for him to do.
I think we did find the Slovenia chicken map.
Yeah, so this was actually one of my most exciting findings. You know, a lot of times people confuse PDQ us with PDQ Chicken, the southeastern United States chain restaurant. What are the odds that the country of Slovenia is somewhat interestingly shaped like a chicken?
Once you see that, you can't unsee it either.
You can't unsee it. I don't know who drew the borders.
We need to start selling fried chicken.
Yeah. Well, it's meant to be. Yeah. If you see us on this webcast announcing an acquisition or partnership with PDQ Chicken, things have gotten interesting.
Yeah, in a good way.
And maybe a good way. So anyway, with all that being said, I guess, Luca, we'll get back to business here. Would love to see a demo of the product.
Yeah. Thank you. So, I mean, we started with such nice pictures of Slovenia, and there was so many romantic talks about it, and the Bled cake, and now you ruined everything with this map. It's really time for demo, guys. So, thanks for inviting us. I'll just show a demo for you. First of all, Dan already said that ISL Online technology is already integrated in PDQ Connect, right? So what I want to show you today is actually standalone ISL Online product. And to try it out, you just need to hop to islonline.com page, and there is a start free trial button on the top, and then you're ready to go. So just create your account and you'll be able to do it. So, but let me just focus to our key product. Application is called ISL Light, and this will be your main application to provide ad hoc sessions or unattended sessions. So what you need to do, first you just use your credentials that you used for registering your account, press login, up, let me do it one more, and I'm logged in. So I have two options. I can go to the sessions on the left side or to the computers. So what does it mean? Sessions on the left side, I can start a new session, and that's ad hoc session. So I would love to connect to Dan's computer, right? But he did not bring it to the show today. So I will just explain a little bit. This is a unique session code generated only one time to provide the remote session. And I can invite remote users by email, by sending this link, sharing this link, or just sharing the session code. And the remote user, what they need to do is actually just opening the page. There is a button, join a session, in the middle of the page, so you cannot miss it. Press here and paste the session code, right? So because I don't want to connect to my computer, I don't want to support myself, let's now focus to unattended access because we have similar features. I'll just close this session right now, move to the computer tab here, and what we can see, I have ISL remote computer here on the top of my screen. So I'll click here, enter the access password, and connect. So in a few seconds, I'm already connected to my remote computer. It's super fast, super easy. So now let me just enter my operating system. And I'm here. So it's super fast, super easy, right? You've seen just with a few clicks entering the access password, I was able to access my remote computer. Now, I don't want to dive into all features that we have. I will just go through a few maybe that we get most questions. And the first one actually is transfer session or invite additional operator. So why this is great? Because, for example, if you are a junior supporter, right, and you're supporting your customers, and at some point you need additional help from your colleagues, you can invite them, and all of you will be able to watch the remote screen and provide the remote support. So this is a great chance for juniors to learn from seniors how to provide with the remote support. Then next one, of course, is file transfer, right? We have file manager, is super easy to transfer files. So I'll just go from my remote computer, I'll just drag and drop to my local computer. And here, if you haven't realized, on the left corner on my screen, there is now the file that I've transferred from remote computer to my computer. So it's that easy. And of course, all files that I'm transferring, they are then available on the list below, right? So you're able to see what files were transferred. We do also provide multi-screen support. So if you have multi-screen on the remote computer, you will be able to see and select from 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever number of screens you have. Then here we have some features to draw. This is actually my favorite feature because I can draw on the remote computer and I don't need to control it, right? So I'm just guiding remote users what to follow. Next one, which is really great, is system information. So just with one click, I'm able to see the CPU, the memory, storage, operating system, and other basic information about the remote computer. So this is really, I would say, one of top 5 features that are used by our customers. And there are 2 more I want to show you. So one is screen recording. This is due to security reasons, why you can actually set up automatic session recording and store all files on your local or your shared drive. And the next one I want to share is actually admin mode. What does it mean? So when I'm accessing unattended computers, I already have admin rights. So I can provide system changes like adding users, installing applications, and so on. But in case of ad hoc sessions, typically users are not logged in with their admin credentials, right? So we need to turn them on, and then we are able to provide with the full remote support. And basically, that's more or less everything what I wanted to show you when I'm connected with the remote computer. So now I'll disconnect. And there is one more little thing I want to show you, which is really great if you have multiple people in your team and you are dealing with multiple computers. So let's say you want to sort remote computers into different groups. So in my case, I have prod servers, I have test servers, and let's say I want to move my ISL computer into prod servers, right? So here, the computer is already in. So it's just simple drag and drop, and the computer is here. And now I want to share it with my colleagues. So I've previously added Dan and Jaren to my user group. And now this computer is shared with them. And not only that, right? So going back, they're able to connect only right now. But for Dan, as a CEO, right, I will set him as group admin.
Thank you.
Not a good choice.
For the president, I will set him as computers manager, right? So I'll confirm share. And now, guys, if you open your ISL Light installation on your computer, you'll be able to see my ISL remote computer. And pretty much that's all. I believe we should perhaps ask our audience if they have any more questions on this, right?
Yep.
They do, in fact, have a few questions. And if you have additional questions as we keep going through this, go ahead, post those in the YouTube chat. Just preface those with the word question. Helps us find them quicker. Drew, are we ready to show some questions? Yep. All right. Question number 1, will PDQ provide an ISL alternative to TeamViewer QS, which is quick support, not installed, executable, run on demand by the user? That came from Marcel.
Yes. I mean, is it me who will answer or Jure?
Whoever might have the answer, actually.
Yes. So the answer is yes, of course. The ad-hoc way to connect, right? This was something I wanted to show with Dan, but he did not bring his laptop with him to the show.
I didn't want him to hack my computer.
I would not hack it. It would just be a demo. So there is a small ISL Light client run file on the remote side that has to be started, and you're ready to go. So the sysadmin would be able to connect to your computer and provide with the remote support.
Awesome.
So the answer is yes.
Yes. All right.
Next one.
Next question. Will we be able to display the agent name when using PDQ Connect remote desktop instead of the organization name? Or is there an option to switch?
Inside of Connect.
Inside of Connect. I think we talked about that with Mark, but I'm not sure.
That might be a to be determined later.
Yeah.
Right?
I think those are one of those things, like, you know, like Dan said, now that we're together, these things are now more available to us, and what we do in the future is an unknown. So if you have product feedback ideas like that, we always love to hear about them. Members of the product team are always in Discord. Feel free to give them that idea there.
All right, let's move right along. Will this be available as a standalone if we still use DNI, and will it be able to integrate with AD?
Yeah, I'll take the first one. So I think long term, we're going to see where we can be creative and how to make sure you have a great purchasing experience to get these two together. Right now, available today, you would just need to purchase one through ISL Online and one through PDQ. We'll be quick to try to make that as simple as we can for you, but we'd love it for customers to go ahead and use both together, similar to you do Connect integrated, but separate standalone products. On the second half, I probably couldn't speak to that one, so I'll pass to Luca.
Is the question like role-based access integrating with AD? That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm curious of the integration, what you mean by integrating with AD on that.
Yes, Active Directory is we can integrate it, but actually there is also a good thing. So as PDQ deploy an inventory is a self-hosted product, right? We do also have self-hosted ISL Online standalone version, and that one you can also integrate with your Active Directory. So it's perfect match for your environment.
Great call out.
Okay, next question. Does ISL use soft drivers like RDP or mirror drivers like LogMeIn for the remote session?
So I believe we can answer this question later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love these questions, by the way. Good questions today.
That is. I think that's one for chat.
That would be a chat.
Now, what I want to say, actually, we do allow connecting through RDP. So imagine you have a closed network. Tunneling, yes. So imagine you have a closed network and computers don't have access, or you cannot access from outside. So we can set up a computer in front like a jump box, and through this computer you can access through RDP, SSH, or other protocols to your network. Jure, do you want to add something?
No, I think you explained it well.
Okay, let's move on. The ability for web-based access for devices that aren't already managed would be extremely helpful. Is this something existing PDQ customers can make use of?
Implicitly, that's in Connect. Is that?
Well,
yeah, I think that the question here is generally like the ad hoc sessions. So Connect right now is like the unattended, the computers tab. So the question is, what happens if I have unmanaged devices I need to manage?
Yeah. You kind of already answered it. Just get
So I mean, two examples. Then one is obviously you can, and we encourage you to put these better together as two different products. As far as like getting additional functionality in Connect, you could do that. I think that's something we're still putting the minds together to see what would be a timeline to integrate even better.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that this will become available in PDQ Connect in the future. I guess the date is not defined yet, but at the moment today, you can just use it. So you can use ISL as a standalone product to achieve that.
And our next question, does ISL have a Backstage option, meaning I can connect to the PC without the user knowing I am there? Work on things like PowerShell or Windows Firewall.
So it is not possible to connect to the remote computer without remote user knowing that we are connected. So it's very simple reason. We are not a spy software. We are a remote support software. And we want to provide you with the support.
Yeah,
Good answer.
We wanted to be transparent as possible to the end customer. So
this is what Jure told me 10 years ago, and I'm still using it.
And our next question, will there be any integration with a standalone product with devices that are already in Connect? Will we see devices already in Connect automatically in ISL Online?
Well, they're bringing it today, Jaren.
Yeah, I know. This is actually really exciting because I think this kind of shows how much we're excited about the integration that's already happened, but these kind of continued integration conversations are happening internally right now. So I think it's fair to say our goal is to make the experience as good as possible for those of you in Connect, and then what is the timeline on how we get those features and functionality in is still a little bit to be determined. I think a takeaway for us is one of our favorite product managers, Owen or Mark, will have in here, and we'll be able to kind of speak to some of those more.
Okay, next question up. What is the difference between the ISL standalone product and what we see in PDQ Connect?
So I would say for ISL standalone, we have all features available, and PDQ Connect, I believe it's a bit limited, but we will probably expand that later, right, Jure?
Well, PDQ Connect, it's OEM integration, meaning that the technology is built in the platform. So and it's pretty seamless. But the purpose of the current integration is to connect to devices which you already have in the list, right? So in PDQ environment, let's say. Probably that's the biggest difference. If you use a standalone product, a standalone solution, and then you can connect to any device, even if it's not enrolled to PDQ Connect. So you can connect to any device, and you can also connect to mobile devices. Maybe you forgot to mention this. So the solution is cross-platform, meaning that ISL works from Windows to Windows, or Windows to Mac, or Windows to Linux, or Mac to Linux, or you can connect to Android devices, iOS devices. So basically, Dan did not bring his computer to the show, but he has his phone. So
you just got me the idea, yeah.
And one thing to add too, and I think Luca, you touched this kind of earlier as well. You have an on-premise or server version as well. So we know about 30 to 40% of our deploying inventory customers really love or have an air gap situation or something. So I do think that that's going to be an additional complementary piece for us.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to try, right, self-hosted is also available to. If you create a trial account, you can try it.
All right, we have a few questions remaining. Will ISL be an alternative of VNC in PDQ deploying inventory?
I can take this one. I can take this one. So VNC in deploying inventory is just it's a hook, right? Like there's no actual integration there. Like it's just a command line argument to start a VNC viewer. So yeah, you could absolutely use ISL in the same manner. Plus you get all of the additional features of ISL versus just like like a traditional old, I guess I'll call it old school VNC, right? So yeah, you get a lot more features and functionality there.
Next question, can you connect to remote workers with changing IP addresses?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You're referring, I guess, to the standalone solution. So yeah, it works through the unique session code. So it doesn't matter whether the end user has a static or dynamic IP. You don't need to know the IP address.
And our next question, I am a current ISL Online customer. Will I continue to order through my partner, Corporate Armor?
Yeah, you continue to do that, please. Yep, we're not going to be changing that in any way. So continue to purchase as you have purchased. We might provide additional options for you as we kind of think what works well for our customers, but we're not going to prohibit you and encourage you to do what you're doing today.
Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for being a customer, for real.
Appreciate that. And our final question, does the admin console work on mobile apps like phone and tablets?
So that's probably meant the application to provide the remote support. So if the answer is yes, then you can start and provide the remote support from mobile devices as well. So from tablets or from smartphones. However, on the smartphone, since you have a small screen, it's a bit difficult to provide the remote support, but it's still easy to use, right? Because you can see remote screen and so. However, if you are referring to the cloud-based platform, so in the browser, you have overview of everything there, and we are also planning to launch it from the web browser. So you will be able. I mean, even now you can already test in the it's in the beta phase. You can provide the remote support through the browser.
Yeah, I think the question was whether we can connect from mobile device to a computer, I guess. So the answer is yes. Like I mentioned before, it's a cross-platform solution, so you can use your iPhone and connect to your office computer if you like. And regarding the web-based, this is not beta, Luca. It was released some months ago, actually. I think you're not a frequent user. So I really like that product, but it's true that we have not exposed it yet. So it is available. Users can test that, but it's not widely promoted at the moment. But it's really cool. I actually use it every day. So you just open a browser, you log in to your account, and then you see a list of computers which you have available. And just click on a computer and the connection is established via browser, and you can see the remote screen and also control it. It's really cool. You should try it.
Well, really cool. I agree with you. It's super cool. And since we have a CEO of PDQ here, right, I will propose him to integrate this web remote access into PDQ Connect. So then,
hey, it sounds good. Approved. And
timeline to be determined.
All right.
Timeline
recorded.
Yeah.
Product managers triggered.
Yeah, every single one of them right now. Awesome. That's been a really helpful webcast. Like I learned a lot just like being here and participating. I want to call out to Jessica who's writing in chat about Backstage. Like, hey, I see your question here. Sorry you feel like it was dismissed. I do see the importance in that type of connectivity as well.
That's actually your favorite.
It is my favorite. Like I use a lot of terminal in the background. Dan, Jaren, Jure, Luka, thanks for joining us for PDQ. I'm Josh.
I'm Tara.
And that's Dan. And that's Jaren.
Oh, yeah, we're here too.
And that's Jure, and that's Luca.
Thanks for joining us today.
Can we do the pre-show? No. Can we
yeah, let's go back. It's a lot more fun.
Post-show.
Thank you for
guys.
joining our webcast today. A lot of exciting things happening here at PDQ. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to our support forums. Leave us questions and comments on YouTube and follow us along on Discord. Great place to get advice from other users. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you back here next time.